quite fancied the idea of covering these inlet vents with the same mesh that I fitted to the air intake in the scuttle below the windscreen. So I ordered some mesh, and I'm now just going to investigate how this is going to be done. This is a mirror image of the other one. I've just put those in there loosely. I've cut out the template, and that's for the right hand side of the car, driver's side, and that is a mirror image of the left hand side. I'm going to make a frame which is bigger obviously than this template, because this template is taken from the inside. I just drew around the inside onto the back of that. So I'm going to just mark around maybe 1/4 of an inch all the way round, larger than that. So you can just see the score marks. In reality, it doesn't have to be deathly accurate, because this frame will be on the inside of that valance at the front, but it just needs to be bigger than the opening. So that's that line marked up. I just followed the little groove all the way round. And now if I route up to that line, I should get a nice finish. That's the finished routing. It's the inside one that counts. I think if I measure around there, it comes out to just less than 1.2 meters. I ended up doing it in actually soft copper. It was much easier to get into that frame. And then I'll just make a joint, a simple joint there. There's a bracket there that presumably would have taken, maybe for spotlights, the wire. Doesn't look as if it's ever been used. The copper surround hangs on there quite nicely and appears to fit everywhere else. So here, where the two frames will come together, hopefully I can get both 8mm pipes. That's a wide enough gap to get two 8mm pipes side by side. Certainly feels big enough at the back. Those are the two frames finished, but I've offered them both up and they do fit. So now I'm just going to put on the stainless steel mesh somehow. Cutting it with these was a bit of a nightmare, so I ended up using a disc cutter and then cutting it off so that there was a small amount for turning over. For this second one, I've actually marked all the way around, and I'm going to cut that first with the disc cutter. And doing it that way was 1,000 times easier. That's the end result with multiple cable ties. It's the only way I could think of fixing it. The ends of the cable ties should be at the back, because this will have to go flat against the inside like that. The only small issue is I need to cut a slot to take that bracket. Another slight issue is this bracket. I can't get the framework above that point there, so it hits that, but that's too big unless I bring it right down. So I'm just going to cut a little bit off there. The slot wasn't quite in the right place, but almost. So I've folded that tag back so it's right against the side. So that's holding it there. I just need to find a way of holding it down, because at the moment it's like flappy. I'm very pleased with the end result. And the 8mm pipe actually bring it to just about where the edge is. I'm looking at it now, not from a distance, but for right up close. I think the fit there is pretty good. I think I will get the second one in quite easy. Obviously, without the grill in place, it's quite easy to get your hand down there. And the only thing I can think of is a small stainless steel bolt, which would then hold that in place, keeping it all secure. So from the inside, it's what they look like. And then from the outside, both are done now, except for holding them in place. Underneath the number plate, I could put a cable tie. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I just didn't have a long enough blue cable tie to go around the top, so I just put a small one in down the bottom. Nicely covers up the wiring.